another player profiling. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's another.
That was a coyote.
Dude. Oh,
Player profile and projection.
Let's get off that.
Tyler
Can we just,
Anderson Wade.
It's Dean.
Tyler Dean. Hey, Dean.
Dean Wade. Saying coyote instead of coyote is one of the cooler things you can do.
It's an alpha move.
You don't say,
"Oh, you're driving, and we almost clipped that coyote."
Not cool.
And then the guy at the end of the bar goes, "Yeah, the coyote walked on the farm the other night."
Yeah, it's much cooler
I'll
to say
tell you
coyote.
what, it's not that coyote because he's dead.
You're going into Gruden now.
I almost got there, but I stopped. And
Almost?
you need to respect that.
Everywhere almost goes into Gruden.
I pulled back.
You can do an impression of that. Okay.
Tyler Dean.
Wade.
Smart move by him hanging out with us yesterday, so we'll only say
nice things about him on the PPP.
That was a business plan by him.
We've been saying nice things. So Tyler Wade, I don't know if the episode has aired where he sat down with us yet. It probably has. He was really cool, sat down with us, very fun time. You know, thought he was looking into the mirror when he looked at Jake. And
when I look at her, she
the
looks
Tyler
at
Wade
me.
parade, man. Like, we talked to him about it. In 2017, he came up and just not ready, basically. 2018, he started the season with the team.
He was kind of ready,
but he had the flu.
He didn't hit it all.
Remember he had the flu?
Yeah.
Really bad flu for a while. 2019, I don't know if you have the stretch there, but
glad I didn't look up his age yesterday.
Why? How old is he?
How old do you think he is?
24.
25.
Okay.
I thought he was 26, which, again, not a big gap.
That was
a
huge gap in your
brain.
brain. In your brain.
In baseball.
And your brain.
25, you come up, you're a prospect. 26, you come up, you're a guy.
Yeah, it's true. I still think 25 is a little middler area. When did his stretch start, and what was it?
You want the hot stretch?
Yeah, because he ended the season, and it was like, hey, this is the guy I think they've been talking about.
You wanted to spicy meet the baller, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
You butter knifing him?
Yeah, I'm butter knifing a little. I mean, he waited pretty hard. He got some run in April last year. I mean, that's the West Coast trip there. I mean, that's everybody getting hurt to start the season. He's so sad he's not on the opening day team.
Yes.
It's messed up. And then he comes up the second series versus Detroit.
Which is the same thing that happened to Andujar in 2018. Andujar.
He puts up a nice little stretch. It's going to take a while to load because we are still in the Steinbrenner Field parking lot. Brought to you by Roosevelt.
Still cold, still in the woods.
But he had a stretch last year where he kind of started putting it together. He finished his last season 94 at-bats, a 245 batting average, a 330 on base, which, hey, someone like Tyler Wade, I think we've said this speech multiple times, if Tyler Wade can get on base at a 330 clip, like he will be on baseball teams.
We used to get upset, and we had Katie Sharp, and she was upset after April, like, dude, hit the ball on the ground. Go the other way. Slap it around. You're not a power hitter. He's got a really long swing.
He likes hitting a homer, though, and I get that.
I would, too. Something's on your nose. I don't know if it's a bug or a piece of blanket. I got it.
What was it?
A piece of blanket, I believe.
Okay.
Not a bug.
Kind of mad.
But while we were interviewing Tyler Wade, a ladybug landed on me, and I was going to show it to you, but I didn't because I know how scared you are of ladybugs.
I appreciate that. I hate ladybugs. I mean, his hot streak's not going to load on my string, so you're going to have to get over there. But he had a nice stretch where he was kind of the Tyler Wade you'd expect.
Not expect, but we've been told to expect.
Yeah, he had he raised his batting average in 12 games from 208 to 268. And he had a 355 on base, which, again,
it's a 13-game stretch we're looking at.
Sure, but we've been waiting for that from Tyler Wade, and he was getting some regular run and playing almost every day. And that's
379 batting average in those 13 games.
That's what he's been looking for. So, yeah, we obviously don't expect that from Tyler Wade, but he found a nice groove. He finished the season on a nice little 0 for skid to bring a lot of his stats back down to earth. But, yeah, man, we saw it, and the best thing about Tyler Wade is, man, if he gets on base once in a ball game, he is worth having on. He's worth being in a starting lineup. Like, the dude is disruptive on the base paths, and in the field, every position we've seen him at, he's been a plus defender.
And we've seen him in, like, left, center, right, second, short, right?
Have we seen him at third?
Have we seen
A
him
little
at
bit,
third?
yeah.
How many?
Again, I'm wrestling with some internet, but he played some third base last year.
Okay. I mean, we asked him, he's a shortstop. And, like, he even said when we sat down with him that, yeah, it felt good to, like, do it every day and, like, know that I can do it because it had to be lingering for a while.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be interesting because Tyler Wade is going to get run this year. You, me, and Brian Hoke, who we keep referencing because we keep seeing him and we like him, we think Tyler Wade is a lock to be on this team because of his defense, because of his speed. I guess the lefty thing helps a little bit. We play infield, outfield, and you need to have I mean, there's a big weight lifted from your shoulders when you can look back at 2019, and Tyler Wade, I think he even said this a little bit in the interview, but you saw it happen. And, like, you now believe you've done it at every level of baseball, and now you've reached the pinnacle, and you see yourself have a 2-week stretch like that where you're hitting the ball, one home run in that stretch, a couple extra base hits.
32 innings at third base.
32 innings at third base for those that were waiting on that stat. I don't know. We are on the Wade parade. We know that it could be pulled out from us instantly.
Oh,
and that's the most exciting part of being on the Wade parade.
Yeah, it's a ride.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going to end or if it's even going to start. You're kind of just like sitting in the roller coaster and you've strapped in and you're just waiting.
Yeah.
And it could be one of those magnetic starts where you just go, vroom, and then it's just like all ups and downs like a wooden roller coaster. Or you crash and you die.
Yeah, I'm going to start being more biased because we like Tyler Wade, friendly guy.
Nice guy. Chummy.
Some would say he's a good-looking person. You could say that about others. His mindset was really good. I mean, he came in and, like, we brought up those questions, and there was nothing shy about it. He was like, yeah, I clearly did not play baseball how I wanted to. I had a couple nice stretch there, and then you asked the question about being the 26th man, and he's like, hey, that's cool, but, like,
not what I'm trying to be.
Yeah, I'm not wired that way. Like, I want to be in the starting lineup for the New York Yankees, and again, when you
how's he get the starting job?
A middle infield injury.
Glaber or DJ get hurt, or Voit, and then he goes to second, and DJ goes to first.
Yeah, and there's some Andujar stuff in the mix there too. With any infielder, outfield. Yeah, again, I feel like they want to try more options. It'd be interesting because he did look good out there. I mean, you could do some fun stuff with if him and Clint are up. But yeah, I think his best bet is the infield. I feel like he's a special infielder. Like at second base, he can pick it at a pretty high level.
He's a good glove.
So outfield, he's still figuring it out. But what we've seen out there, he looks really good. Like a fly ball to Tyler Wade, you're not concerned. We just haven't seen him like tested in the outfield.
No, he's pretty decent. But I mean, they didn't want him in center because they wanted someone who's like that's why they brought Talkin in. His speed for me
special
is a game changer.
Yeah.
The Yankees don't have that on the roster. He's really like Gardner doesn't even steal anymore because he's getting older and he's got the big boppers behind him.
Right.
And it's just not really his game. Now Gardner's still a great base runner. He can go first to third, first to home with the best of them. What?
With anyone.
With anyone. Yeah. Wade though, like he was like he last year when he was going through that stretch, he was on base, he was stealing. It was with a purpose.
Yeah.
And he was stealing third too. He was coming home on close plays. And there's a whole new dynamic that the Yankees hadn't had in a while. And it was like, ooh, he could go. You sit up in your seat. So I like that. And I think I appreciate his answer that he's not excited about the 26th man because that's not what he wants to do. He wants to be a starter. I don't see how he's a starter without injuries. But I think if he's the 26th man, like he can be a part of like a lot of close games.
Yeah, like
his ability to pinch run and then or defensive replacement. I mean, you get Gary on second in a tie game in the ninth, you're putting Wade out there.
Yeah.
Voit.
Yeah. A chunk of guys. For me, and the other part that he said in the interview, which is a good mindset, it's also the mindset you have to have in his situation, is like, hey, man, everyone goes on this path very differently. You look at someone like Gleyber Torres, who, yeah, he's ready to go at age 20. 25 years old. Tyler Wade's already been in the majors for part of the last 3 seasons. And, yes, you didn't get the results you wanted, but who cares if the past 2 years before that you were just in AAA hitting well? You got a cup of coffee. It wasn't great. And he, I think the other thing he alluded at, we obviously didn't talk to him about Talkin trade day because from his perspective that's a bad time.
You want to talk about that bad time you had?
Yeah, he but we heard, there was reports that he was angry in
There's
the
an interview
room.
Out there. He was angry.
And he should be.
Should have been, yeah.
But again, the mentality we saw the other day was he was like, you know what? I decided to take that time and improve myself and get better. And when I see that he just turned 25, this dude can still have so much career ahead of him. It honestly, maybe it's kind of genius that he's kind of set the bar low for us. I say, hey, if he gets on base at a 330 clip, I like this guy. Maybe he is a 350 on base guy, and if he is, he's a disruptor on the bases that can play every position.
It's a good point.
Zobrist.
I don't even know if I have a response.
Yeah.
Or anything. It was you did a really good job there, Jake. Everyone listening's proud.
It's going to be interesting to see how injuries sort themselves out.
Yes.
And how Tyler Wade's playing time sorts out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to say a good start is important to him, but there's also a world in April where Tyler Wade has started 5 games.
They might if he's on the team in April, they're still not finding their groove. The way that the new team goes, he may start I'd see him what they thought DJ was going to do last year.
Right.
Just the rotating through guy.
And
I could see them testing that out with Wade early on. If he's hitting, has a good spring, his hitting is on the team.
Right.
Can't you? And then I could see it getting up to 10.
And that's where things get tricky because it's all opportunity driven, and we think those opportunities are going to be provided by injury. Spring training is already rearing its ugly head with Yankees injuries. That again, this could be a laughing point, and we could say Tyler Wade played 106 games next season, or we could be saying Tyler Wade's played 40 games.
Yeah, it's all open, man.
It's
not really dependent on him.
That's a brutal ask of any baseball player. We kind of did that with Talkin a little bit, but we were talking about half a season. Now you're reducing that in half. 40 games for a baseball player.
Yeah.
You could any baseball player that's ever played this game has a stretch of 40 games where they played poorly. And when you're a young guy trying to establish yourself, that can be a brutal ask. At the same time, hey, maybe he takes those and he rakes, and who knows? But you'd like to see him get an opportunity, but he's one of the. There's 3 guys on the team right now, Talkin, Wade, and Andujar, that their opportunities are built off of
injuries,
somebody else getting hurt.
And if it goes like last year, Ford too. If it goes like last year, then it'll come.
Yeah, and it that could be a good thing or a bad thing real quick. Because like you said, and those names we just said, those guys at the first injury are also hoping for opportunity. And with the Yankees' versatility, whether it's DJ being able to move around the infield, whether it's someone like Talkin who can play every outfield position, when someone goes down, the Yankees are going to have a lot of options. If Gio Urshela were to get hurt, you could have Andujar play third. You could have Wade play third. You could have LeMahieu play third. If a first baseman gets hurt, do you put in Ford? Do you move DJ over? The Yankees have this versatility, and that's what a lot of teams are going for nowadays, that when someone does get hurt, like almost all of those guys are going to get an opportunity to play, which is cool. And it's also, that Joker scene where he cracks the pull stick and says, we're having tryouts.
Ooh.
Who wants it?
Who needs it?
Yeah. What are you looking at again there?
Every year. Oh, I was looking at his draft class.
And? Thoughts?
I was seeing who Judge was the same draft class, which he told us about, because they got drafted.
Wasn't it Judge and Andujar? They went up, through the whole system together, he said.
John Ryan Murphy was with them. Caleb Smith. Dustin Fowler. Nick Rumbelow. And then Ian Clarkin. He got traded.
Rumbelow.
And Eric Jagiello.
Jagiello. But don't Jagiello.
Tyler Wade.
Okay, say it. You look intense right now. Wish the camera was over here.
If things go well, and he gets in, and he plays well, he did for those 13 games.
Yep.
It's a really, 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 really fun player to watch play baseball.
Yes.
The odds of him getting his chance, him taking over his chance, aren't that high in my head. A lot of it's not up to him, and a lot of it's like he has to do something he's only done for 14 days at a time, in a 14-game stretch. Not that I don't believe in him, but like you said, it's a hard ask. But I just want to let everyone know, you may be down on Tyler Wade because he's had chances and hasn't shown it before, and we've been there as well, trying to figure it out for sure. If he can put the ball in play and get on base at like a 330 on clip, defensively, speed on the base paths, be a phenomenal player to watch play baseball.
Yeah, and it will be interesting to see. And hey, if he stays healthy, you have to think he's going to run into opportunity. I mean, look at Gio Urshela last year. Look at everyone that got a chance. And, I mean, that was early in the season. So that's not getting into the Yankees' crazy injury stuff. Like, Gio Urshela was up early and got some run. And in theory, Tyler Wade is ahead of where Gio was last year on the depth chart. Tyler Wade is going to get a chance to play. And I mean, this would kind of suck for me, because of all the comparisons and everything. But if Tyler Wade does get off to a good first half of the season, do you think there's going to be big Tyler Wade trade rumors, or do you think it's like we have to keep this guy in-house?
Keep him in-house.
Okay.
So cheap, so versatile.
He's an asset, yeah.
So
I wasn't saying it as a bad thing.
I thought you were like, are you hinged to his success?
Me?
Yeah, you personally.
I mean, a little bit. We're always going to be linked together.
I'm saying, like, if he becomes the hot pretty boy of Yankees baseball, that's a pretty good thing that you're doppelganger.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good for both of us.
Okay.
We each have our success.
What's yours?
Still searching, but
your success is that you continue to search.
Man, I'll go back to what you said.
Thank you.
The Yankees, they didn't start DJ LeMahieu on opening day last year, which blah, blah, blah. But they planned on DJ playing like 5 days a week, moving around the infield. It would be cool if to start the season they gave Wade that opportunity just to see what he looks like, to ease the guys into the season a little bit. And if Wade gets something once that first injury hits, give him a week.
Yeah.
See what happens,
I agree. Completely.
And Jim, I got one last thing you're going to like.
Want to know why I agree with that?
Why do you agree with that?
Because it was my point originally.
I've got one other thing you're going to like.
Yeah.
What's something that you and me low-key love about a productive Yankees lineup?
Balance.
I'll count that. It's not what I was going for.
Runs scored.
9-hole hitter.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Wade in the 9-hole.
Cyclical.
If he can get on base and that gets to Judge in the 2-hole, I mean, now you're making big innings.
Oh, man. 9-hole Wade getting on base with less than 2 outs for Judge to come on. Woo! That is pretty stuff there. And we're out. See you guys later. That was Tyler Wade.